Hello guys, so today I'm reviewing the iPhone 16 Pro Max and there are three things I want to talk about this phone. It's just been launched about 2 months ago. Just wanted to, review it and see how it works. So this is the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So, the lineup you've got iPhone 16, iPhone 16 Plus, iPhone 16 Pro, and this is the flagship of all of them all. So Apple has introduced something here that they call the camera button. That's it. Apart from that, you already have your action button here. You have your volume or volume down button, and you have your dynamic island. So talking about this thing, talking about the hardware, this is just one new key feature that you can, say you can distinguish the iPhone 16 from, the previous iPhones. Another thing is they sort of added the size now as well. So this is a 6.9 inches. The iPhone 15 Pro Max was about 6.7 inches. So they have Apple has sort of added the size now. So you have 120 Hz display here. The camera still remain the same. Apple has introduced the spatial photo and the spatial video on the iPhone 16 lineup now. So that's just what you have now. The first thing is they've talked about the camera button, which was top of the top. This is just the new feature that Apple has introduced here now. So my question is like, would you want to control your camera from the screen, or would you like to control your camera from the side? So this is how the camera button works. So you just click here and then it just launch your camera automatically. So all the things that you need to be touching here and controlling your camera from the screen, you are able to do them here. So for instance, if you click this, it just gives you this thing. So you are able to zoom it and you are able to change a lot of things here. So they just introduce some couple of things here. So you are able to change some of these things here. But I've used this with the case and I found it difficult trying to control it from here. But I don't know, depends on the case you are using as well. So I don't know. But my question is, I've tried to use this before, but it just seems to be too sturdy. I still feel like I can control my camera from the screen better than I should be doing, on the camera button here. So I don't know, maybe you may have your own take about that. So the dynamic island here is quite bigger now, but that's still fine by me. And Apple has made this screen quite bigger now, 6.9 inches. That's big. When you put this in your pocket, looks quite big. But I don't know, for some people they love this, others don't really care. That's why you still have the base iPhone 16, thereabout. So that's just it about the size and the camera. So Apple has got what they call Apple Intelligence now, is the AI thing. So before you used to have Siri, but now they've introduced the Apple Intelligence on this thing. So you just go to settings and you've got your Apple Intelligence down there. You are able to customize a lot of things like talk to Siri. It's just, for me, this is just an upgrade or an extension of Siri. I don't see any much thing from this thing. It's just an extension of Siri. So you are able to speak text, talk to text, stuff like that. The other time I was making calls and I woke up from bed. I didn't really touch my phone, but I was just commanding, Apple Intelligence to send messages to my wife and stuff like that. So there are a whole lot of things that you are able to communicate with Siri now, the Apple Intelligence thing and Siri. So that's just it. So you have the latest A18 Pro chipset on this thing. Previous version, they've got A17 Pro chip on the iPhone 15 Pro Max. So this is just the latest. And as you can see, it's quite fast. Rolling through the internet is quite fast and stuff like that. So it's something that you would love to try and stuff like that. So for the price, you have 1,199 starting price for this thing, and then this price still remains almost, like just at the same price of last year iPhone 15 launch, or just a little bit upgrade. So I've seen a lot of questions, people ask a lot of questions, but one thing I want to be sure is that if you want to upgrade to this phone, that's up to you, but depends on where you're coming from. From those who are coming from the iPhone 12, 13, 14, maybe you are able to upgrade to something like this. But upgrading from the iPhone 15, I don't think it's necessary. If you want to enjoy the camera button here, that's fine. If you want to enjoy the bigger size of the latest of the iPhone 16 Pro Max, that's fine. But apart from that, the camera, all of those things, that just same thing. It's nothing serious. So you can save about £100 if you ditch this one and then go with the iPhone 15 Pro Max or something like that. So you're about to save £100 there. So I don't know, there are also some deals out there, but that's just it. So there is no much thing to talk about this phone. The only thing, you have the software, you got your latest chipset, which is the A18 Pro chipset, and then you have your hardware here. You have the camera button here, you have your dynamic island, is something that we have been used to. You have your action button here, and then the size, you have your 6.9 inches, which is the biggest size made by Apple phone ever. So that's just it for this thing. And then you have your normal three cameras here, which is something that I wanted to talk about. The notch here, the camera bumps here, they are quite, I feel that they kind of shoot out a little bit, but apart from that, it's just nothing. I mean, if you want to enjoy the iPhone 16 for the sake of iPhone 16, that's fine. But if you want to save some money, maybe £100 or maybe more, you have some deals out there. And I mean, by next week you have your Black Fridays coming up, so you may have some deals out there that you can able to grab a bargain. So guys, what do you see? Personally, for me, I don't think it's necessary upgrading from iPhone 15 to iPhone 16. That's just it. But if you're coming from the older versions of the iPhone 12, 13, or even 14, which have the lightning cable instead of the USB-C here, you can just go with something like this. So that's just it. The camera looks decent, but if you take photos, I mean, it's the Apple thing, it's very difficult to distinguish between iPhone 15 Pro Max and the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max and stuff like that. So that's just it. If you are a first iPhone user and you want to go for something like this, I mean, that's highly commendable. You can go for something like this. But upgrading from iPhone 15 to 16, I mean, that's up to you. If you want to do something like that, I mean, that's just it. But if you are being productive, some people, they enjoy bigger screens, and with something that Apple has offered here as well. So any other thing is just a new iPhone, nothing more. So that's just it. So if you like this video, why don't you give it a like? Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye.